Hi everyone, I'm David from David O Yoga, and if you have low back pain like I did for many years, I want you to watch this video. In it, I share with you some stretches and postures to help you relieve low back pain that you might be experiencing right now. And we address the root causes of low back pain, and I give you some exercises and postures to help you prevent low back pain from constantly reoccurring. If you like these videos and you enjoy practicing with me, then please click the subscribe button and ring the bell so that you're notified every time a new video arrives. Low back pain. Let's talk for a moment about common causes. So low back pain often means that the muscles of the low back are overworked and strained because oftentimes the other surrounding muscles that are supposed to support the spine aren't strong enough to do the job, namely the core, the hips, and the glutes. And so the low back and oftentimes the hamstrings as well, they come in to compensate, but they're not meant to do that heavy lifting support work, and so we experience pain. Why does this happen? Number one reason, sitting. Sitting dramatically weakens the muscles of the core and the hips and the glutes. So a primary issue in relieving low back pain in many people is strengthening those muscles in the middle of the body so that the low back isn't so overtaxed all the time. And obviously when the low back and the hamstrings are overtaxed, those muscles become tight and that tightness turns into pain. So stretching can help to relieve some of that pain, but what most people don't understand is stretching is often just a temporary Band-Aid, right? You can stretch all day long and you go to bed and you wake up the next morning and guess what? Your pain is back because you haven't addressed the root problem, which is strengthening all this stuff in the middle. So today, we're going to do both. We're going to strengthen the core, strengthen the hips and the glutes, and I'm going to show you some sweet release stretches to give you some relief in the low back. Okay? All right. Let's start on our back. And we'll come into Supta Baddha Konasana. So bring the soles of the feet together, knees wide. Draw the heels up toward the sacrum just enough so that you're comfortably open in the hips here. And then one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Now, if this is uncomfortable in the hips, you can take your legs long and just put a pillow underneath the knees to give yourself some support. One hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Take a few deep breaths here, in through the nose and out through the nose. Just let yourself relax into your breath. Let your shoulders melt down to the ground. Just let the knees draw down, the hips naturally open. We're not forcing anything here. We're just breathing. As you inhale, blink your eyes open, gently draw the knees in, not hugging them in tightly, and then just rock side to side a little bit here. And breathe as you rock. And then coming to your back, take the knees in some circles. Each knee is going in opposite directions with the circle, like you're rowing the knees here. Nice and easy. This is a nice little release of the hips and the low back. And then opposite way. Nice. Now take your feet up in the air for happy baby. Grab the outside edges of the feet and just really take your time here. Instead of forcing or pulling anything, just let the weight of your arms and the shoulders draw down naturally and slowly toward the mat. And feel the low back and the shoulders coming down with each breath so that the whole spine finds its way down to the earth. The head, the neck, the shoulders, all the way down to the hips and the sacrum. And then begin to rock a little side to side here. As you exhale, let both feet come down, hip distant apart. We're going to work through our first strengthening exercise, glute bridges. Glute bridges are fantastic for strengthening the core, the glutes, and the hips, all that stuff that you need to be strong to take the pressure off the low back. So the feet are hip distant apart, and just bring the heels in just enough so you can barely touch them with your fingertips. You want the knees to be stacked over the ankles roughly. Arms along your sides. So I'll go through the motion here and talk through it, and then we'll do it together. The only things you have to worry about are pushing through your heels and then a slight engaging of the core, so draw the navel into the spine. You're not curling the tailbone, you're not tilting the hips up or back. The hips are neutral here, okay? So the action is simply press through the heels, extend through the knees, and feel the glutes engage up top. Now, don't press so high that the upper back is arching here. You want the back to stay nice and long. And then as you come down, the low back just kisses the mat, and then you press back up, pushing through the heels, extending through the knees. Okay, got it? Here we go. We're going to do 15 of these. Press and lift. Push through the heels, extend through the knees, glutes engage. Come down, low back kisses the mat. Press through the heels. Extend through the knees, feel the glutes engage, and come down for 2. Press through the heels and lift. Lower down for 3. Press and lift. For 4, low back kisses the mat. Inhales, you press through the heels, extend through the knees, and come down for 5. You're doing great. Press and lift. Come down for 6, nice and easy, pressing through the heels, extend through the knees. For 7, press and lift, feel the glutes engage gently at the top. For 8, press and lift. For 9, press, take it up, and down for 10. 5 more, stay with it. Press, extend through the knees, and come down. Maybe you're starting to feel it now. For 11, press, extend through the knees, and come down. 12, press through the heels. It's all in the heels, folks. For 13, couple more. You got this. Press through the heels. 14, and this time as you press, lift up, extend through the knees, and stay. Just pressing through the heels here, not arching the back. Glutes are naturally engaged as you press through the heels and extend through the knees. Exhale, slowly come all the way down. Nice work. Take the knees in the hands and just rock side to side gently. And then let's take some rowing motion with the knees, both directions. All right, awesome work. Now this is a practice I want you to come back to again and again and again. And as you get stronger in the core and the hips and the glutes, you can take this up a notch by taking it to one-leg glute bridges. And they look like this. You take one leg up, and that leg is straight-ish. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight. Extend through the heel. And then same action in the bottom leg. You're just going to press through the heel and lift until the glute engages, and slowly come down. Press through the heel. Feel the glute engage. And come down. Nice. And same thing on the other side. Press through the heel, extend through that bottom knee, and come down. And do 10 on each side. You'll feel that. It's good stuff. All right. Now we're going to work into some deep strengthening of the core, not just the ab muscles. We're going deeper than that. So underneath the abs, we have the transverse abdominis. This is the main stabilizer muscle for your spine and support in the whole body. And it acts like a girdle. It draws everything in to support the structural integrity of the spine. And when your transverse abdominis is strong, low back pain melts away because your TV is like supporting everything. It's like a girdle. It's like a belt that cinches everything in. So the way to work this is something called the set point exercise. So bend the knees and stack the knees over the hips. Flex your feet, and now the shins are parallel to the mat. They're not angled up. They're not angled down. They're parallel to the mat. Arms along your sides. Slowly begin to press the feet forward, keeping the shins parallel to the mat. Right away, you're going to feel the core engage. It gets nice and tight, right? Keep pressing the feet forward until you feel some of this engagement of the core start to dump into the low back. If you feel that, stop, bring the feet back in a little bit and stay. That's your point of maximal transverse abdominis engagement. Just stay there and breathe, folks, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knees back into the chest, a little rock side to side here. Now, some of you might be able to extend the legs all the way long, straight out, and you still feel it in the core. That's fine, but for most of us, there's going to be a point where it feels like it's going into the back instead of the belly. So that's the point. You want to stop and stay. All right, one more time. Knees over the hips, flex your feet, shins stay parallel to the mat, and you begin to press the feet straight out. Go slowly, feeling the effects, feeling like that girdle or belt cinching in. Keep pressing the feet forward until maybe you feel that point where it starts to go into the low back. That sensation of tightness in the core goes into the low back. At that point, stop, back it up, and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Body starts to shake a little bit here. It's okay. 5, 4, 3, relax, 2, and 1. Draw the knees in. Let's make those circles in opposite directions with the knee. So rowing, nice release, opposite way. And then feet up in the air for happy baby once again. So grab the outside edges of the feet and let the shoulders come down. The low back and the sacrum find their way down to the mat. Close your eyes, breathe. Exhale, release the feet. We're going to come into a reclined twist here. And this is really great for mobility and a sweet release of the low back here. So again, stack the knees over the hips just like we did in that last one. Arms wide to your sides, palms facing down. And then slowly just lower the knees to the right until knees come all the way down, keeping the left shoulder down here. If it lifts up a little bit, it's okay. And then once the knees touch, you use the core muscles to lift the knees back to center, and we'll take it to the other side. Touch, then use the core, take it up, and let's just go back side to side like that. That's 1. Over to the left. 2, as you rest, let gravity pull everything down. Again, left shoulder stays down or close to it. And coming back to the left for 3, the right shoulder staying down here. And feel that release, that stretching in the low back. This feels really good to me. I hope it does for you as well. And that's 5. Now, as we come over to the right this time, just let the bottom knee come all the way down, the top knee rest on top, and we'll stay here for a few breaths. Let the feet come down. You can bring the right hand on top of that left thigh and just relax here. Close your eyes. Let gravity just pull everything down. Your only job here is to have no job. You're not stressing or pulling or doing anything. You're just letting your breath and gravity do the work and feel the release in the low back. Breathe into it. And as you exhale, let's take it to the other side. Both knees coming to the left. Coming all the way down. Ankles stack on top of one another, and let that right shoulder come down. And breathe. Again, you can bring the left hand to the top of the right thigh here if that feels good. And as you breathe, let go of any resistance that you feel. Just let yourself relax more and more deeply with each exhale. As you inhale, come back to center. Draw knees gently into the chest, rock side to side. And let's take another happy baby. Feet up in the air. Grab the outside edges of the feet. Close your eyes and let the shoulders come down. Let the hips and the low back come down. And breathe. Exhale, draw knees into chest. Begin to rock and roll forward and back, up and down the mat. Rocking yourself up to a seat. Sweep the legs around behind you. And let's find tabletop here. We're going to work into another really sweet core and hip strengthener here. And I just call these tabletop extensions. As you inhale, extend the right arm long and the left leg straight back behind you. So you're not lifting up and arching the back. The back is nice and long here. Maybe even look down and forward. As you exhale, elbow to knee, crunch it in. Inhale, extend, arm and leg long. And now you sweep the arm off to the right and the leg off to the left. Press into that left hand. Lift the left hip. Breathe, reach. So the arm and the leg are straight out to the side here. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, elbow to knee. Nice work. One more time, big breath and reach and extend. As you exhale, arm and leg sweep off to the side, creating a long straight line. Breathe. I know this is unstable. It's supposed to be. Your core is doing the work here. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend one last time and float the hand and the knee down. Awesome work. Let's do the other side. Inhale, left fingertips and right toes reach back. Extend, but don't arch the back. Just extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, big breath, reach. Sweep the arm and the leg off to the side. So the arm to the left, the leg to the right, and then lift that right leg using the hip flexor strength. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, elbow to knee. One more time. Big breath and extend. Arm to the left, leg to the right, and then lift that right leg up. Hold, breathe. Inhale, back to center. Elbow to knee. One more extension. And exhale, float hand and knee down. Awesome job. Curl the toes, lift the hips. Downward dog. Let's pedal the feet. We're just going to move through a very short mini flow and work a little hip flexor strength here. So, feet together, take the right heel up to the sky, bend the knee, stack the hips open, and bring that right knee to the very top of the right tricep. Pause and hold. So this is some core work and some upper back strengthening. Inhale, take the heel high. And now, squeeze that knee into your chest and shift forward into plank pose. Keep hugging the knee in and step through between your hands. Low lunge. Wing the arms back and send the heart forward. As you inhale, take the hands to the sky, crescent lunge, and we glide forward into one leg mountain pose with the hands high. Extend the left leg, point the toes, and hold the hips nice and even here for 3, 2, 1. Let's float back to crescent. Hands come down, low lunge, and we step back, plank pose. Go through a vinyasa here so you can lower halfway or all the way, upward dog or cobra. Lift the heart, shoulders draw back, and exhale, lift the hips and push back, downward dog. Nice, feet together. Take the left heel to the sky, bend the knee, and stack the hips wide open. Bring that left knee to the very top of the left tricep. Pause and hold. Inhale, take the heel high to the sky. Knee into the chest, squeeze it in, shift forward, keep hugging the knee in, and step through low lunge. Wing the arms back, send the heart forward. Inhale, take the hands up to the sky, and then shift forward once again from here into one leg mountain pose. Extend that right leg, point the toes, and hold the hips level. If you fall over here, it's okay. Let go of judgment and just play with it. Let's float back all the way to
to crescent lunge. Hands come down, step back, plank pose, and this time we lower all the way to our belly. A little cobra here. Not too deep. If the low back feels a little pinchy, you want to push the heart forward and draw the shoulders back. Exhale, lower, and hips to heels, child's pose. Let's take a moment here in child's pose. Breathe, relax. Inhale, come forward, and sit back to your heels. Sweep the legs around in front. So your QL muscle, the quadratus lumborum, it's that muscle that lives between the top of the hip bone and the bottom of the low rib in the low back on each side. So we're going to get in there and we're going to stretch things, right? So first, let's work into Janu Shirshasana and then we'll get there. So bring the sole of the left foot inside the right thigh. Square the chest. As you inhale, root the sit bones, reach up tall, and exhale, fold forward. So this is a nice hamstring stretch. As I said in the beginning, oftentimes low back strain and hamstring strain go hand in hand because both muscles are compensating for weakness in the core. So we're stretching out the hamstring now to give some relief. Also stretching out the left hip. And now as you inhale, let's rise up. Bring the right hand inside that extended leg and take the left hand up to the sky. Now we're going to start stretching out the QL muscle in the low back on the left side. So from here, you can take this a little deeper by bringing the left hand behind the head, elbow to the sky, and then opening it up. So taking the head back, spiral the heart open. You can take it deeper still by walking this right hand forward and deepening there. You probably really feel that. And then if you want to go even deeper, you can come all the way down to the forearm, maybe bind the big toe, and keep spiraling the heart open, breathing into it. But just work within your threshold here, folks. So if you're up on the hand, down on the forearm, all is good. Couple breaths. This is a really sweet release in the low back. As you inhale, slowly rise. Left hand comes to the mat behind you. Lift the right fingertips, reach up and over, big stretch. Take some big sweeping circles, opposite way. And slowly come down. Let's do the other side. Extend the left leg and bring the sole of the right foot in. Root the sit bones. Big breath, reach up tall and exhale. Fold forward, empty the breath. Reach your heart forward here and melt over the extended leg. Imagine a gentle internal rotation of the left thigh and the hip socket. So feeling the left sit bone spread open and the left knee turn inward just a little bit. And then inhale, raise up. Bring the left hand down inside the extended leg. Take your right hand to the sky and look up. Settle here. Let the right sit bone remain rooted to the ground. And then bring the right hand behind the head. Take the elbow up, press the head back a little bit to deepen the twist. And then again, you can deepen here by walking that left hand forward. You can come to the left forearm, bind the big toe, or stay up on the hand. Couple breaths here. Just breathe into the sensation in the low back. And then as you inhale, slowly rise. Bring the right hand to the mat behind you. Lift the hips and take the left fingertips up and over. Big stretch. Big sweeping circles with that left hand. One way, opposite way. Nice. Come down to a seat. Now let's take one final fold here. So Both feet extended, long feet together. Feet a little closer than hip distance apart. And then root the sit bones as you fold forward. And then very mindful here, because this is all about the low back, of an internal rotation of the legs, the thigh bones, and the hip socket. So feel the sit bones spreading open and pressing down, the knees gently turning inward, and then fold, feeling that opening in the low back, that opening in the hips. Just take it down enough so you feel some sensation in the hamstrings, but the low back remains long and spacious. Inhale, slowly rise and make your way all the way to your back for Shavasana. Adi Shakti, Adi Shakti, Namo Namo. Sarab Shakti, Sarab Shakti, Namo Namo. Pritam Bhagavati, Pritam Bhagavati, Namo Namo. Kundalini Shakti, Namo Namo. Adi Shakti, Adi Shakti, Namo Namo. Sarab Shakti, Sarab Shakti, Namo Namo. Pritam Bhagavati, Pritam Bhagavati, Namo Namo. Kundalini Shakti, Namo Namo. Adi Shakti, Adi Shakti, Namo Namo. Sarab Shakti, Sarab Shakti, Namo Namo. Pritam Bhagavati, Pritam Bhagavati, Namo Namo. Kundalini Shakti, Namo Namo. Kundalini Shakti, Namo Namo. Kundalini Shakti, Namo Namo. Begin to bring some movement to your fingers and your toes, your wrists and your ankles. As you inhale, stretch your hands overhead and breathe as you wiggle your fingers and toes, coming back to life, back to sensation. And draw knees into chest. Roll to your right side. And slowly press yourself up to a seat, top of the mat. Bring your eyes to close, palms to heart center. Let's close our practice with one great big Om. It's a healing sound. Let it wash through your body. Breath in. Om. Bring your thumb knuckles to the point between your brow, the seat of your inner light. We bow to one another, to the light, to the love. Namaste. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this practice. If you did, then please click the subscribe button, ring the bell so that you're notified when new videos arrive. It supports me and it supports this channel, and I appreciate it. If you would like to keep this practice going with more of an upbeat flow, then go ahead and click on this nice 20-minute flow. It's a full body workout, and I think you'll really enjoy it. Thanks.